Well, we have a huge super typhoon in the Western Pacific right now. And I know the Atlantic has been very quiet so far this season. There's really nothing to talk about out there. So I'm going to focus on this because this is going to be a huge story. Just an absolute buzzsaw of it's called a super typhoon. I mean, it's the same exact thing as a hurricane. It's just called something different in the West Pacific. So like this would be the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane. 180 mile per hour sustained wind with this one. And look at this. It's moving toward the Mariana Islands. Now, this is well east of Japan if you're not familiar with the area. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. So here's Japan, here's Taiwan, here's the Philippines, and here are the islands that we're looking at right here. And Guam is a U.S. territory. Then we've got Rota, which is just north of there. I think they're going to take the direct hit. And then you've got Tinian and Saipan that are farther toward the north. Now, Saipan got hit by a typhoon a couple of weeks ago, pretty devastating one, Sinlaku, that also had some extremely strong wind, and there may still be some cleanup from that going on. But again, I'm just trying to look at this. You know, it's been interesting to watch this over the last couple of hours, try to figure out exactly which direction it's going to go, because a lot of the times, you know, as it's approaching an island, it can do a little bit of a wobble one way or the other, and they're very tough to predict. Earlier, it looked like it was wobbling a little to the south, and now it's wobbling back toward the north. I don't think there's any way at this point that Rota can avoid a direct hit. And there are about 2,000 people that live there. It's kind of interesting terrain. I'm going to pull up the radar first because starting to see that eye wall getting closer to land. Now, this will have some impacts in Guam for sure. So here's Guam, here's Rota. Remember, humongous difference between getting hit by this, the eye wall, versus being like even like 50 miles away from the eye wall. I mean, it's still going to be a bad storm in Guam, but they've had a lot of storms like this go through. This is the type of thing that will devastate some of these islands, that center of the eye wall, or the eye wall, I should say. Let me take off the radar here real quick because I want to show you what the terrain is like down here in Rota. Look at this. It's basically like a big mountain island. I mean, it's just immediate mountains, cliffs. It must be beautiful pulling up to this in a boat from the south. But the reason I'm looking at this is to see, like, where are the towns? Is storm surge going to be an issue? This looks to be one of the most populated areas on the island on the southwest side, and it is pretty low elevation, so storm surge, I would imagine, is going to be a problem here. But for the rest of the island, usually you get an island like this. Taiwan is pretty similar, where it's like you have a lot of terrain in the middle of it, and the problem in these types of setups is that you get a lot of rain that falls, and it will cause flooding as it comes down the mountains. Now, obviously, the wind is going to cause issues, but I'm less concerned about storm surge. Like some places, you'll have like a big city sitting right in like a little bowl, and you know, a place like New Orleans or something where it's below sea level, and you get especially susceptible to storm surge. So anyway, that's the situation out there. It's going to be a bad, bad storm, and we will watch it closely, and we'll keep you updated with what's going on there.